In the early hours of April 1st, 1983, an anomalous signal was detected by the Very Large Array (VLA) in New Mexico. It was faint, almost dismissible as background noise, but its structure caught the attention of Dr. Marianne Caldwell, a radio astronomer who had spent the last decade studying pulsars. "This isn't cosmic radiation," she muttered, adjusting her headphones. The signal repeated itself every 11 minutes, with variations in amplitude that matched the Fibonacci sequence. By April 4th, the signal grew stronger, displaying patterns that resembled binary code. Marianne's team worked tirelessly to decode it, only to find themselves staring at what appeared to be schematics, designs for an object that defied known engineering principles. Word of the discovery reached NASA within days, triggering a chain of events that culminated in the formation of a covert task force. Operation Janus. On April 7, 1983, a classified briefing was held at the Pentagon. Present were top officials from NASA, the Department of Defense, and key allies from NATO. Among them was Dr. Henry Wexler, a physicist who had worked on early quantum theories, and General Marcus Elwood, a hardline military strategist. "The signal is not terrestrial in origin," Marianne began, projecting the schematics onto a screen. "Whoever, or whatever, sent this knows our mathematics, our physics. This is an invitation." "Or a threat," General Elwood interrupted. The room descended into a heated debate. Was this a chance for first contact, or an elaborate ruse to manipulate humanity? In the end, it was decided. The designs would be built, and a specialized crew would investigate the anomaly. By April 15th, NASA engineers, under intense secrecy, had constructed the device described in the signal. It resembled a massive, multifaceted antenna, with quantum resonance capabilities far beyond anything publicly acknowledged. The operation centered on an orbital deployment using the Space Shuttle Challenger, scheduled for launch on April 18th. Officially, the mission was described as a satellite repair operation. Commander Jack Reynolds, an experienced astronaut, led the crew. Alongside him were Dr. Evelyn Grace, an expert in astrophysics, and Samuel Torres, a military liaison whose true purpose remained classified. On April 19, 1983, at precisely 0242 UTC, Challenger reached the designated coordinates in Earth's orbit. The device was activated, sending out a pulse based on the schematics. For the first few minutes, nothing happened. Then, space itself seemed to ripple. The crew reported seeing a distortion, a shimmering veil, through the shuttle's observation windows. "What the hell is that?" Jack muttered, gripping the controls. Suddenly, the shuttle was enveloped in an otherworldly light. Instruments went haywire, displaying data that defied explanation. Outside, the crew saw it, a vast crystalline structure, rotating slowly, emitting pulses of multicolored light. Dr. Grace whispered, "It's alive." As the crystalline structure approached, a voice resonated, not through the shuttle's speakers, but directly in the minds of the crew. It spoke in perfect, unaccented English. "We are Janus. You stand at the crossroads. Choose wisely. Unity or oblivion." The message was accompanied by flashes of imagery, glimpses of Earth thriving in harmony or crumbling under chaos. Each crew member experienced a deeply personal vision tailored to their fears and hopes. After 12 agonizing minutes, the structure vanished, leaving the crew shaken but unharmed. They returned to Earth with recordings and first-hand accounts that defied belief. Upon debriefing, Dr. Grace revealed a chilling detail. The schematics sent by the signal had evolved. They now contained additional instructions, plans for a device capable of generating immense energy. Operation Janus was immediately classified at the highest level. The crew was separated and placed under strict surveillance. Dr. Torres leaked portions of the encounter to a journalist before disappearing under mysterious circumstances. Rumors spread within the scientific community about an energy breakthrough, but no official acknowledgement came. Meanwhile, whispers of global power struggles over the Janus technology began to emerge. By 1985, factions within governments and private organizations began exploiting the knowledge from Janus. Some sought to create a sustainable energy source, while others pursued weaponization. Marianne Caldwell, racked with guilt, published a cryptic paper hinting at the signal's origin. It was quickly suppressed, but not before one line stood out: "Janus is watching. The test isn't over." In 1986, a second transmission was detected, this time stronger and more urgent. It included a single warning: "The time has come. Choose your door." The message was interpreted differently across the globe, deepening divisions. Some believed the door to unity referred to technological collaboration. Others feared the door to oblivion was already opening through environmental collapse or nuclear tensions. By late 1985, the second signal from Janus sent shockwaves through the secret task force. Its contents were unlike the first, a cryptic sequence of symbols accompanied by a clear warning. The test continues. Unity ensures survival, division ensures extinction. The cryptographers, led by Dr. Marianne Caldwell, struggled to fully decipher the message. Many believed it was a direct call to action, while others feared it was a subtle ultimatum. The signal's precision hinted at intelligence far beyond human comprehension, deepening the divide within the Operation Janus team. Meanwhile, fragments of the original Janus schematics began leaking to rogue factions within private corporations and foreign governments. Rumors swirled of experiments involving quantum fields and gravitational manipulation, none of them authorized by NASA or its allies. By mid-1986, the cracks in the unity among the nations involved in Janus had widened into fissures. NATO allies accused the US of withholding key discoveries, while intelligence reports suggested that the Soviet Union had intercepted parts of the schematics and was conducting experiments in Siberia. In a desperate attempt to re-establish control, NASA initiated Protocol EOS, a global summit under the guise of an international scientific conference. Marianne Caldwell was among the speakers, tasked with presenting sanitized findings to downplay the true nature of the Janus signals. During her presentation, a sudden blackout plunged the venue into darkness. When power was restored, Marianne's personal notes detailing the dangers of misinterpreting Janus's intentions were gone. In February 1987, Dr. Evelyn Grace, one of the key members of the original ISS mission, vanished under mysterious circumstances. Colleagues reported seeing her increasingly paranoid in the weeks leading up to her disappearance. She had confided in Marianne that she was being followed and her communications were being monitored. Her last known act was sending an encrypted message to Marianne. The decryption revealed a chilling statement: "They're not listening. We're already failing the test." NASA officially declared Dr. Grace's disappearance a personal matter, but Marianne suspected foul play. She began digging deeper into Evelyn's research, uncovering a hidden project codenamed Aperture, linked to unexplained energy surges across the globe. The Aperture project was a secret initiative launched by rogue elements within Operation Janus. Using the modified schematics, they had constructed a device capable of creating micro-singularities, artificial black holes. When Marianne confronted General Elwood about the project, his response was chilling. "This isn't about science anymore. This is survival." Marianne realized the true danger of Aperture. If misused, it could destabilize Earth's magnetic field, or worse, tear the planet apart. She sought help from a group of dissident scientists, including former colleagues from the original task force, to sabotage the project. By late 1987, the second signal returned, stronger and more urgent. This time, it included visuals. Fractals of light forming patterns resembling Earth's continents, with glowing lines spreading across them like veins. The lines converged on a single point in the Pacific Ocean. Marianne and her allies interpreted this as a map leading to the source of Janus's transmissions. Despite opposition from General Elwood, a covert expedition was launched to investigate the location. The team, consisting of scientists and military personnel, uncovered a vast underwater structure. The crystalline formations mirrored the object encountered near the ISS years earlier. As the expedition approached the structure, their equipment began to malfunction. Divers reported hearing faint whispers, much like the voices described by the ISS crew in 1983. Suddenly, the structure emitted a blinding pulse of light, and all communications were lost for 11 minutes. When contact was re-established, the team reported seeing symbols and fractals within their minds, similar to the earlier visions. The structure transmitted one final message before disintegrating into nothingness. The test is complete. The choice is made. When the team returned, they discovered that the global anomalies, the energy surges, the disruptions, had ceased. but the world itself seemed different. In the years following the final encounter, humanity faced a crossroads. Some nations pursued the peaceful application of Janus's knowledge, advancing energy and medical technologies. Others weaponized the discoveries, escalating the arms race to unprecedented levels. Marianne, now a recluse, published her final paper under a pseudonym, warning of the dangers of ignoring Janus's message. Unity was the answer. Division will be our undoing. Operation Janus officially ceased to exist, its records sealed indefinitely. But those involved knew the truth. The test wasn't just for humanity's survival, it was for its very soul.